Okay, so we're going to add our first interaction, and this thing is going to come up pretty big if you tried it. Let's give the user the ability to scale it down in case it's just too big to manage. And so what we're going to do it, we're not going to write code. We could write scripts. Obviously, that's beyond the scope of this class. We're going to do a little coding via what's called the patch editor. So these are little blocks that we can add called patches and do some code type things. And so the way we do this is we'll just control click right in this area, or I have a trackpad, 2-finger click, and you'll see all the things that we can select in here. What we need is an interaction, and you'll see all these various interactions in here. We want it for scale, right? We're used to pinching our screens. So you see there's one called screen pinch. This will tell you, kind of some stuff about how it works. And we say add patch. And so this is our first patch right here. It really doesn't matter where you place anything. This is more just for, you kind of just set these things up to try to keep yourself sane and clean. The next thing we have to do is, well, you see this screen pinch has two things, state and scale. We're going to use this scale, so we need something else. We're going to put in another patch, and this patch is called pack. And if we look at pack multiplies scalar and or vector inputs into a larger vector. So a scalar just simply means like one number, right? A vector would mean then maybe 2 numbers or 3 numbers or a number of numbers, right? Usually you do 2, 3, or 4, right? So we're going to say add this patch. And what we need to do is really, what we're going to do, think about this. This is X, Y, and Z right here. So we're going to take this scale, this screen pinch, and say, scale the X value that way, scale the Y value that way, scale the Z value that way. And then the last thing we need to do is tell it then where to apply these values. And we need to apply it on our interactions, right? We're going to scale everything based on this interactions. So if you notice over here, when I have interactions selected, I have all of these properties. If you simply go to this arrow right here and click it, it adds that to the patch editor, and we can go ahead and drag this one to that one. And that's as simple as it is. You just kind of have to know what to use, and obviously I've already worked this out for you, but there's only so many things you can use, in all honesty. So what I want you to do now is put this together and go ahead and test that you can indeed pinch and zoom it, or not pinch and zoom it, but make it bigger and smaller through pinching on your app.